I just finished watching this interview on YouTube with Marquez, MKBHD. You know, the guy who do reviews for phones and all things technology. He has awesome productions. Very good product is his channel. And the guy who was interviewing also, I think he has a very good channel as well. I don't remember his name. But anyway, one of the things that hits me when the interviewer was asking MKBHD about something like related to tips or something like that regarding how to be a YouTube creator or just any type of creator. Could be also TikToker, let's say, or Instagram or Facebook or whatever you want to call. So he says that in a video that he posted, I think he said maybe 10 years ago or something, he got a comment from someone asking something like, what is the purpose of this video? To what Marquez answered that he was also puzzled because he said that he just did the video because he just wanted. And the way I see it, and I think he's also explained, a lot of people who are into YouTube or the creator space, let's say, sometimes they just want to do something that they like and basically they share it with everyone and see how it goes. In this case, many people are monetizing their channels for some reason. Let's say because they want to make it a side business or because they actually just that's what they want to become, a YouTuber. In my case, I already have my own job. Maybe I will have to have this as a side gig because I can say that I enjoy all these arts, all the audio visuals, the making videos, talking to people, the podcast part. The editing is kind of nice. I like the creator's mindset when you want to create something, when you want to come with an idea and execute it, and things like that. I guess maybe this comes from my engineering, or maybe the artist inside me that it was never been to be seen, maybe until now, since as I mentioned in my last video, that I have been online in YouTube and others for the past 10 years with no glory, but no harm either. Kind of complain. But anyway, coming back to Marquez's point, he was also start thinking that, okay, yes, I post things because I like, but also, yeah, what is the purpose? Because you have to remember that on the other side of the camera, you have an audience, and these people will have to find like, why are we watching this video? Or why am I following this guy or this person? Or why am I watching this person doing this or talking about this? So in his point of view, also he mentions when you have like him, like a huge ass amount of followers that he has about 10 millions, then of course it becomes a little bit, as he mentioned, it's heavier to press that submit button because people are expecting something, like there should be a purpose behind it. Well, then coming to me, I start to feel a little bit odd for many reasons. Maybe I shouldn't compare myself with MKBHD, of course. As they say, you shouldn't even compare yourself to anyone. But I also think that you should compare yourself to people in order to get better. But something that I don't want to fall in is into the trap to just try to follow someone and then basically that's not your style or your topics. For example, when I started to make YouTube videos, I used to like a lot of videos from vloggers. One example is Casey Neistat. I used to love his video styles, the storytelling, and I started to do some videos. And it's not that I was trying to copy, but I was trying to see how I can emulate the goods that he does. Also, some other guys, for example, Peter McKinnon. I used to like how he make videos when he talks about a camera. And I think I just like the whole thing about come with an idea, write a script, and then put it into a scene, like make it the video and put a nice background and have the storytelling and put everything together to come with an idea. Then again, for me, what is my purpose? To be honest, I cannot see yet what the purpose is, since in Spotify and podcast channels, it's a podcast basically, but in YouTube you could do more. I like to see myself as someone who like to tell stories, but to be honest, what type of stories do I want to start telling? Sometimes I'm not sure. Some days I believe that I should be something like MKBHD, like a technologist, since I'm an engineer and I work in technology stuff. For the past 15, 20 years, I've been as an engineer. Or maybe I should talk about sports, since I've been training karate for over 30 years and I have black belts and I have competed and I do CrossFit and I like to play tennis and I like to do all sort of sports. I like my skateboards, bikes. I like to watch all kind of sports, NBA, football, American football, tennis. Or maybe on the other hand, I should just talk about things about life. Try to make this channel about parental advice that no one asked for, or something like that. You know what I mean? But I guess since so far what I have is just the willing of sharing this path with everyone, I guess that's what I'm trying to do for now. I also had an idea, like maybe 2 months ago. I was thinking to share the favorite parts of the books that I have read. The problem is I haven't read a lot of books. I mean, I think I have read, few, but I can't say that I have read more than 200 books. I'm sure I haven't. Maybe I can reach maybe 100 if you take into account the books that you have to read when you're at school that is mandatory read that you don't even enjoy. But that's what I thought a while ago. Maybe I should just read a very nice part of a book that I like and maybe try to comment it here. Maybe like a kind of like a book club. On the other hand, since my podcasts are called The Random Guy, why not? But on the other hand, I work as a banker, an engineer. I work as an engineer in a bank. So all kind of things is confusing me. But anyway, the part that I think I should keep doing is maybe sharing this once a week to keep consistency, like we talked before with Andrew and other people. Yeah, keep the consistency. And while being consistent, I'm going to do the book part. And actually, one of the favorite books and movies is The Lord of the Rings. And for better or worse, I found very interesting the last pages of this book, because it ends pretty sad in a way. So let me read this part that is between Merry, Pippin, and Sam. And it goes like this. Beside him stood Merry and Pippin, and they were silent. At last the three companions turned away, and never again looking back, they rode slowly homewards. And they spoke no word to one another until they came back to the Shire. But each had great comfort in his friends on the long grey road. At last they rode over the downs and took the east road, and then Merry and Pippin rode on the Buckland, and already they were singing again as they went. But Sam turned to Bywater, and so came back up the hill, as day was ending once more. And he went on, and there was yellow light and fire within, and the evening meal was ready, and he was expected. And Rose drew him, and set him in his chair, and put little Eleanor upon his lap. He drew up a deep breath. Well, I'm back, he said. And that's how this Lord of the Rings stories ends. That's how it ends. Just Sam saying, and I'm back. Be honest, I think it's a pretty good ending after so much adventures that they pass into this book. I don't know if you remember when you watch the movies or if you read the book. There is a lot of things happening. So it ends very simple. And the simplicity, the beauty of simplicity. All right. I guess we can leave it here. And I see you again next week with some random thing, I guess. Peace.